Hey guys, so this is going to be a pretty comprehensive review of Pokemon Center stock and how I think it will affect the market. I think that this will be helpful for a good understanding of a segment of the market a lot of people do not actually have data on because a lot of people do not get stock numbers, they don't have access to stock numbers. I usually get comments on this in the video. I get it from a Discord called PokeNotify that's paid. There's an Instagram page that has a web page, and that's how I access it. But yeah, this is where I get stock numbers from. But even with people access on this, it is kind of time consuming to look up the products. And honestly, like I probably wouldn't be doing this unless I was making a video. It's a little too much work, but it does take away some of the uncertainty of the market. So it helps just to make better investing decisions in the future. For example, a pretty obvious one is we see Sword and Shield going up. Like literally, I made a video recently of Doctor Blades going to $200. It was a big jump pretty much overnight from like 160, 180 all the way to 200. And people are wondering, okay, so everyone has in the back of their mind probably Vivid Voltage and Battle Styles. And I've just been seeing the qualities for weeks now, at least like 2 or 3 weeks, and like they're still around 10,000 or 20,000. There's like 10,000 boxes on Vivid Voltage and 20,000 on Battle Styles. At those numbers, things don't sell quickly. On Pokemon Center, the general pattern is when something gets down to like I'd say less than 5,000, and then there's kind of like stages. Like if it's less than 5,000, it's less than 3,000 or 2,000. Once it gets to 1,000, that's when like the numbers like buying starts picking up. Especially depending on the product. If it's a booster box, buying will definitely pick it up. If it's a lower valued product, then maybe not. Um, Especially if the price per pack is kind of expensive. But yeah, so in the back of my mind, this is Live Villages and Battle Styles. I think that when they do get low enough, I might want to buy in because that's what I did with Silver Tempest. Like I just bought in when Pokemon Center stock was about to run out. I got a couple of them, and now they've appreciated. So because yeah, some of this Pokemon investing stuff is just like, well, you could have bought Silver Tempest earlier, but then now I just made sure I got it in time. Otherwise, you might be holding it for a year and you're not really sure when it goes. But that's just one certain investing strategy. Okay, so what else? Another thing is Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance on the Pokemon Center market. So all the packs that are like less than $5 a pack are kind of gone. You're kind of left with the less desired products of, except for this Astral Radiance 3 pack blister. I guess that's a little cheaper. So actually, that's something I'd be looking out for. I didn't put that on the list, but yeah. So I'll just go through it. So like, I'll just close this. There's Vivid Voltage and the Battle Styles. Booster Rocks are pretty much the only of their sets on Pokemon Center. I think there's like this mini portfolio for Battle Styles, but it's the only thing left on Pokemon Center. Um, Brilliant Stars has these 3 products left, and they're all expensive. They're $5 a pack. Astral Radiance has $5 pack stuff because that's less desirable, or maybe even more like for ETB. And then the only things that are cheaper are these two 3 pack blister things. But yeah, Astral Radiance, like this is kind of the effect of when a bear market basically or overprinting. Um, Billion Stars, the only thing that's less than like 10,000 is like the Bill Battle Stadium, so it's not gonna sell anytime soon. And then Astral Radiance has this Sylveon specific 3 pack blister for less than 10,000. Everything else is actually more than 20,000, so they're not gonna sell anytime soon. So people are not worried about not able to get Brilliant Stars and Astral Radiance for less than $5 a pack after tax and stuff. It's not really, it's just not on people's radar really. And so if you want to get in on these sets, it's more like just buy the booster box. Well, at least these two, just buy the booster box and see it appreciate faster because booster box is still generally the best thing. Usually, if you're getting these auxiliary products, you kind of have another purpose for it. Maybe you just can't afford the booster box. You want to buy something. But yeah, I'm actually looking at the Astral Radiance thing because it's probably like one of the only things left to get below MSRP. But I would I would probably just look at other sources like for Vivilution Battle Styles. I'd like to see if I can get a case because cases are nicer and at a good price. Um, Silver Tempest is about to sell out. I'm surprised they haven't sold out. I've been seeing low stock coins for days, like in the low hundreds. But yeah, it's less than 60. It's about to sell out, guys. Like, I'm recording this around midnight. I'll probably post this in like 12 hours at least. But yeah, it's at 60. I thought it would sell sooner, but for some reason, the craze on Silver Tempest has kind of gone down. Um, but when this sells out, like the way that these are all kind of potentials and speculations, but Sword and Shield booster boxes are going up. It's kind of undeniable at this point, and it being unavailable from Pokemon Center MSRP means it's completely reliant on the secondary market. That tends to push up prices. So everyone's expecting Silver Tempest to make a run, and this will be another push forward. When things can still get got at Pokemon Center, then it's a little hard for them to get a run in some ways, or at least it's like something blocking it. When everything's sold out, it's just like a oh shoot, like there's no ceiling, there's no pressure for Pokemon Center. Um, so yeah, Silver Tempest I cover. Let's just close that. Let's close Brilliant Stars and Astral. Okay, so Crown Zenith. Um, if you look up Crown Zenith through the category, so Pokemon, this is, I mentioned this before, but for those of you who don't know. So Pokemon has like these category things, and so if you click on them, you get like a page that says like category in the URL and then the set. That's not always reliable because they don't always like mark the products correctly. So technically for Crown Zenith, there's actually two things left. But I checked this last week, and honestly, Crown Zenith has been selling out a lot faster than I kind of expected. So there's definitely a Crown Zenith run. I have a recent video on that. The one really worth it to some extent is this shiny Summon Sentinel. This is just this is 8,000 pack, guys. It's not worth it. But I did write that down. Shiny Zamazenta is the only Crown Zenith before thing left before you get some other things for like $5 a pack. But there's about 4,400 left, and I really do see Crown Zenith just making a run back because the Sea and Sky stuff is being bought up and opened, and people have been enjoying Crown Zenith a little too much and just underestimating how much they're just forgetting that's a good set. And that's why they're selling out. So I expect that this actually to go down because this is the last Crown Zenith at Pokemon Center. I did check the secondary market. You can still get Crown Zenith for like 40 a pack. I did make a video on this, but for those who don't know, there's a huge amount of Crown Zenith being sold. The last 6 days, 500 packs a day have been sold. That's a lot. um, like it says 1,500 for the total 3 days. So yeah, it's just crazy numbers. Um, yeah. With Sea and Sky and the booster bundles being released, like there's still cheaper alternatives to some extent. I didn't do all the math of these numbers, but yeah, just know that like even if you're not gonna buy it, someone's gonna buy it because people have been buying it. That's kind of all you need to know. Like you have to account for like how other people like make their investments, and some people are gonna buy for Pokemon Center because people haven't bought for Pokemon Center. As I said before, the Repico V Union thing is like $8 a pack, just not worth it at all. Plus, collector boxes like this, the reason why it's one of the last ones to get sold out is because these collector boxes are not as popular in general. They're harder to sell. I always tell people the logic is you have to like think about what people will remember, what people will search. Things that people will search are two things: the set name and the product type. And so, a common product type that is kind of like pretty much applies to almost every set's booster box, except for specialty sets. So people are gonna be like, okay, so you just do the set and the booster box, and they know booster boxes are good, and they know they probably have a set that they want. Like Evolving Skies booster box, very very expensive, right? Evolving Skies Build and Battle, whatever, if that exists, not as popular. And then Evolving Skies like collection box, unless it's very very niche, people just are not looking for it, and so like it's just not gonna sell as more. It's not gonna be as liquid. Okay, so that's Crown Zenith. I think I have Pokemon. So Pokemon Go. So this is like not a good set, but I don't know. Everything's making a run. I'm being careful what I say, but yeah, the prices for Pokemon Go is still pretty low. Um, but if you're interested in Pokemon Go, it is gonna sell eventually at Pokemon Center. I think it's still cheaper on the secondary market. but just know people are buying this up. There's three options if you look at Pokemon Go. Um, there's this Ultra Ball, Great Ball, and Pokeball, and as far as I know, based on the listings, aside from all the extra stuff, it's just 3 packs per ball. They're all kind of the same, and it's for like 433 a pack plus tax. So that's Pokemon Go. These numbers are low enough. People are probably buying it out. Like it took forever for these other things to sell out, but they sold out. And I was surprised Shining Fates sold out. But yeah, things like Shining Fates and Pokemon Go have just not really gone up much at all the last few years. So it's been kind of painful to hold them and look at them. Okay, moving on to Scarlet and Violet. So Scarlet and Violet, I'm really interested in. Um, I mean, Scarlet and Violet in general, not just space. Because you're kind of seeing the sold out effect of a lot of things. So I don't have them like listed here, but like things like Obsidian and then is sold out, and so you're seeing things like this, and this is part of the reason why the price has gone up. I think the print were managed better in Scarlet and Violet, because you're seeing all this extra product in Sword and Shield, but the products don't seem as bad in like the fact that some of them are being sold out this early is a pretty good sign. I didn't look at if there was like build and battle stages. I didn't necessarily look at the stocks on those. I just looked at the stocks on the more popular items because usually, although like some products the build and battles are sold out, I don't really know. But people are probably gonna buy these anyway, so I just look at those. Scarlet Violet, I looked at the sleeve packs. There's a booster pack I didn't put, but sleeve packs are actually like people like them. There's still 20,000 of them. There's a lot, and then there's 7,500 booster bundles. So at some point, people might want to go after them, but yeah, the booster boxes have been sold out, and so that's people like booster bundles, but that's more of a future thing. Paldea Evolved. This is one that I keep repeating on videos, but people do not really probably don't know it's there. Oh, I don't have it open. Okay, I'll just type it in. So you can't find Paldea Evolved in the drop down list, but you type it in. Um, or okay, I guess that works. There's still this 3 pack blister, and Paldea Evolved has been going crazy, so it might be good to let's look at Paldea. Paldea Evolved booster box. It's probably gone up more so it's at like 185 bucks. So it's above MSRP. So yeah, it's just another way to get on Paldea. People do kind of like 3 pack blisters, and it's the last product you can get Paldea. And that's definitely gonna sell out at some point. I think the only reason it hasn't sold out yet is because people just didn't know about because Pokemon didn't like tag it properly. Okay, Temporal Forces. That's next. So Temporal Forces is pretty available on Pokemon Center. I was a little surprised on that. Like the booster boxes are not gonna sell anytime soon, since that there's 20,000 of it. It's really strange. I feel like it feels like Pokemon Center kept more of it for themselves because people do kind of like Temporal Forces, and a lot of stores didn't seem to have them as much, but they still have 20,000 Pokemon Centers, so people aren't buying from there. Um, I mean, like, I don't know why people buy Pokemon Center boxes anyway when they're above MSRP, but it's just kind of interesting. The booster bundles are still pretty high, 11,000. The only things that were kind of rare are the 3 pack blisters. I don't really get the 3 pack blister market fully, but yeah, those are possibly going to sell out eventually because their stock numbers are kind of low. Just go back to Paradox Rift. The Paradox Rift has like build and battle stuff, which I ignored, and has loose packs, which I ignored. They started doing that in Scarlet Violet. They don't do sleeve packs all the time. They do some loose packs. So I just looked up the 3 pack blisters, and there's like about the same number each of them, 3,500. So it seems like some people are targeting 3 pack blisters, maybe because they're cheaper. But yeah, that'll sell eventually, but not anytime soon. Okay, so Shroud Fable, there's a ton of it. I just looked up these 2 things. There's over 20,000. You don't have to rush to get these, unless you can get a better deal on them. City in Flames. Okay, so Twilight Masquerade. I've made a video on this before. It's gonna sell out this month. Um, I made a video a few days ago, and I was like, it was at like 3,000, and I was like, it's selling $100 a day. It's at 26.50, and we're right on schedule. Um, Very much. Like it'll probably be like 2,600. Because the thing is that like it's not gonna be constantly 100. It's gonna like speed up. Once this gets to 1,000, it's gonna like get eaten up very quickly. So I've been telling people like if you want to get Twilight, try to buy it from some other store that's still selling it for cheap. Um, I recommended Game Capital. I saw 12 boxes. They've been sold out already. Hills Wholesale Gaming. They still have it, I think. So yeah, you can get better deals than MSRP plus tax. Stellar Crown. Where? Oh, do I not have? Okay, Stellar Crown is an interesting one. Okay, so there's some sets in Star and Violet which I don't want to accept that people like. One of them is Obsidian Flames because a lot of the mark I've made a video on that before, but I don't really get why people are buying except for the Charizard. I have a 151 effect video, but it's just been kind of weird. Um, I feel like Stellar Crown. It's probably because it was kind of put smack dab where the bull market was kind of heating up. Like it was after Twilight, and then people are just opening a lot, and so the stock for it's like still relatively low. Maybe they managed pyramids better, but like I told you, Temporal is at 20,000 booster boxes, and the Stellar Crown's almost all sold out except for the booster box and booster bundle, and so like people just have to buy these up, which isn't gonna happen anytime soon, but I don't know. It's one of those sets that people keep buying. And honestly, that 151 effect, like the score on Bulbasaur, it seems like it's pretty strong actually. Um, Except that they'll make clickbait titles, but honestly, just based on that, it's doing pretty well. Like, it's really good. Like, they're sold on everything else, and so these are like the most popular products in general. So I think as price rises, once Stellar Crown gets to like 150, um, this is going to start getting more sales in Pokemon Center. So that's usually when people like spend more on Pokemon Center anyway. But yeah, unless there's a reprint, they're gonna get more. Okay, so I organized this thing of kind of must buys, but it's kind of weird because not these aren't really must buys, but sort of like must buys slash things that will affect the market. So Twilight Masquerade, it's a must buy and that you should probably get for somewhere else, but this is going to sell out pretty soon. Silver Tempest, if you, maybe you don't buy this thing, but if you want to make a Silver Tempest move, make it soon because it's going to complete sell soon. Paldea Evolves, you might want to buy this because it's kind of cheap per pack. I didn't look at the other Paldea Evolved products, but people like 3-pack blisters and it's there. Crown Zenith, this will sell out because it's the last one. The other things have been selling out. I didn't track all the other ones, but yeah, they were like in the like 1,000, 2,000, 3,000s, and they're sold out in like a week. So people want this, and yeah, you can probably get something better, but just know people are going to buy it, so it'll affect the price of Crown Zenith. Pokemon Go might be very good somewhere else, but this will sell out. I don't necessarily know if it'll raise the prices because Pokemon Go kind of is like Shiny Fates. Temporal Forces still has a lot of booster boxes. Oh, why is this repeated so many times? I have no idea. Um, but yeah, these are gonna sell. I want these 3-pack blisters again. That for some reason there's just like a 3-pack blister effect. I don't really get it. Maybe they just print less of them. I don't really know the numbers of that. Until you Stellar Crown, it feels like Stellar Crown is just this persistent thing because of the low 51 cards. And it just lower stock numbers that are still kind of high. Brilliant Stars Bill and Battle Stadium, that's like the lowest thing there, but there's still other stuff. Astral Radiance, 3-pack blisters, that makes a little more sense. Um, but because it's below $5 a pack. Scarlet Violet Booster Bundle is there, and then Paradox up these 3-pack blisters. So a lot of the things that are running out are 3-pack blisters. Um, just gonna look at the market. But yeah, Twilight is going to go up even more. Um, it's already going up in market price. But that's not really. This happens all the time. Like things go above market price on TCG Player, even though it's not sold out on Pokemon Center. Yes, Silver Tempest making its run. Solar Crown, once it gets to 150, these are going to happen. Crown Zenith being bought up. Pokemon Go's meh. Shining Fates is meh. And Paldea is doing great. Alright, that's it for the video. Hope you guys have a good one. Thanks, bye.